And I'm still doing shit that'll make somebody call them. I know money isn't everything, but having it feel awesome. Not a stain on them, clean, awesome. Living Steve Austin. Hit the weed coffin, ironic, don't hit the tree off. But I make paper ballin' in my ice like Daryl Dawkins. This and B posting locking, I feel like nobody on it. Keeping it 100 till the day I'm at my funeral. Catch me running through the green, I'm Troy in High School Musical.
On a side note, I've been listening to hella City Pyramids lately. I'm still on that line too, like it's fresh.
They had a
like
showcase
fresh.
last night, bro.
I hate I couldn't make it.
Yeah, bro, that shit was free too. We could have got to Fayetteville. We would have had a good ass time at that shit. But you know, next time though, man, next fucking time, bro. Shit been hectic around here.
No cap.
But today I want to get into something. You feel me? Did the shit stop?
Nah, we good.
Well, the little level up there ain't moving like it usually do. But
that ain't, I don't know. That shit don't be moving with it all the time, but we straight. As
Bullshit.
long as you see that shit going, we good.
All right, so, excuse me. Really wanted to get into the fucking state of hip hop, and not just the state music wise, but the state of hip hop when it comes down to how basically the hip hop industry just eats up the young people that get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like hip hop is looking like it's a blessing and a curse. Mm-hmm. Of course, when you make it big in rap music, that shit takes you. A lot of rappers or whatever from a place of poverty, right? It'll take their family from a place of having almost nothing to places that they never would have imagined that they been, right? The amount of money that they can make. Shit, hip hop is the biggest genre of music out. Mm-hmm. That's why fucking Taylor Swift stopped that country music shit and started making poppy imitation hip hop music. Mm-hmm. Getting Kendrick Lamar and shit on her records. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this shit sells.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody, it's the hip shit. It's what rock and roll was back in the fucking 50s. The 50s through the 70s, right? Was rock and roll. Like, if you had little fads come in that was like disco music and like new wave music and all that shit, but rock and roll is still banging to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is that kind of music. It ain't going, it's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere.
Because everybody wants to be the next big thing and they see that shit blowing up. The shit is just cool.
Right.
Like, that's why niggas like Da Baby and niggas like Gunna and niggas like Young Thug and shit, they still can make this music and still stay relevant. Because, I mean, to a certain extent, them niggas are like the hip hop nowadays.
I mean, they are hip hop nowadays, whether you like their music or not. Mm-hmm. They are hip hop. But the same thing that hip hop grants you is like the biggest fucking. It's like the biggest downfall of blowing up in hip hop, which is an access to unlimited money.
Yeah. Right?
Like when you a real big hip hop artist, and of course we know that in the grand scheme of shit, hip hop artists, when it come down to these wealthy niggas, yeah, hip hop artists is rich, but they got pennies compared to like billionaires. Mm-hmm. But that ain't really what we talking about. Like the finance, the lifestyle that a lot of these rappers and artists live. They got like an unlimited stream of cash that they can do whatever the fuck they want with. Uh-huh. Hold on. Unplug. Shit.
I was about to say
unplug. Yeah, unplug that. Yeah. So, anyway, they got an unlimited stream of cash to do with what they want and to finance lifestyles that they might have had to struggle to finance, you know, before they made it big. Now they got unlimited access to anything they want, drugs and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Any vices that they want, they got access to.
Women, drugs,
right? And
fucking whatever may fucking itch, like scratch the itch that they're having for anything, they got access to it.
And then they also got the platform.
Yeah.
Right? So even if the Future came out and said, right? Mm-hmm. The shit you hear him rapping about, the drugs and shit, he said, I ain't on that shit like that. But it sound good over a beat.
Yeah.
But that ain't what his young ass fans is thinking. His young ass fans is thinking Future is popping pills and drinking lean, so I'm about to do that shit.
And that's what like me and my homeboy was talking about at work today, because he was like, what y'all talking about on the podcast? And I was telling him, and he was like, well, I was telling him like, niggas are glorifying this shit. Like, you see, like in one of my favorite groups right now, like the Flatbush Zombies, and like some of their old shit, you see them doing the drugs and fucking taking the acid and shit. Like in some of my favorite artists, the music is made off of these fucking drugs and off of them rapping about music. Even going back to some of my favorite older artists like Wu-Tang, the shit is like, it's drug rap. Some of it is, at least.
Yep.
But it's glorified drug rap. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But see, like, back then, it was more of, like... Shit was more of, like, actual lyrics with this shit.
And most of the time, they was rapping about selling it.
That's what I'm saying. But see...
It. Old Dirty Bastard rapped about getting high, doing coke and shit, but...
Mm-hmm. But with, like, new artists... Every other song is I just popped a Xan, I just popped a perk, like I just popped a Molly. Like it's about doing the drugs more than it is about selling it. And now I think that shit, I mean, yeah, it sounds cool, but if you got real life diehard fans and niggas who really
sound cool to me.
I mean, it don't sound cool to me either, but it's like some people will really like think, oh, I need to do this shit. Because they hear about it in the music.
Right.
I mean, some people will do shit like that. And I don't know what happened in the music where fucking taking drugs and rapping about it became like the wave.
But I don't know when that.
But I
shit
know
drugs
have been in music for
3-6 Mafia done that.
Mm-hmm,
That's who made the shit popular. The first, well, at least in my time, the first big ass song that got popular in the mainstream about getting high instead of making other motherfuckers high was Sipping on Some Scissor.
Yeah.
But you know, it really came from like the Houston scene. Like the Houston scene, a lot of the rap was about drinking the lean, not really selling it and shit. But that was the underground type shit. And then the whole genre of their music, the chopped and screwed shit, is centered around how music sounds to them when they high. Mm-hmm. And this is a whole tangent to get into the Death of Juice world. Mm-hmm. Right? This is a whole build up to just talk about what happened with him. Of course, we know that he was walking through the airport. This is the first thing that came out. This is all you knew at the beginning. He was walking through the airport and he just had a seizure and collapsed in the middle of the airport, the Midway Airport in Chicago, right?
Yep.
On December 8th.
And that's exactly all that I heard from the beginning of it.
That's all you knew. And then it came out that allegedly his pilot for his private jet tipped off the feds that the plane had guns and drugs on it. Right? The police was already on the scene when he collapsed. They was there waiting to search the plane. Mm-hmm. Right? Or so the story goes. His pilot tipped him off, and in an effort to allegedly hide some of the drugs, he swallowed a bunch of pills.
Percocets.
Mm-hmm. Which, in theory, if all of this is true, is what probably caused his seizure and death, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? which is crazy because this is one of the niggas who was on such a meteoric rise.
Yeah, like
he went from SoundCloud to fucking exploding with that song, that Lucid Dream shit, like out of nowhere, Like I didn't follow his music too much. I can't fucking lie about it. You know
I mean, I didn't really either, but my little brother was a fan of him, and I know he had like a crazy fan base.
He got fan bases. I mean, his fan base is crazy. His fan base is crazy. My fucking nephew was a fan of him, and he like 8.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's even, and I mean, just to see like the rise that he was on and how it was just cut short so fast is just sad.
He had a whole fucking collaborative album with Future, which is one of the biggest fucking stars in hip hop right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga drops hit after hit. Future does. Excuse me. And like, I was surprised when I first heard the news of what happened to him when you first sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, damn, did he have like a medical condition? Because why?
That's what I was thinking at first. But see, I knew Juice WRLD was on the drugs. Like, I knew he was on drugs heavy.
Like, it ain't no real way to hope in around a nigga's death, right? But when I was when I first was reading the story, I was like, damn, I hope that he had a medical condition or something and he didn't die over some drug bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was like. That was my first thought, really. I was like, I hope it was just something we didn't know about and it wasn't some bullshit ass avoidable shit that killed this dude when he was entering the best time of his fucking life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if what the stories say is true, and if what the people, because like the people who this shit is coming from the people who was on the plane with him. These statements about him swallowing the pills, it's coming from the other niggas who was on the plane. Bruh, I was hoping that it wasn't this type of dumb shit that killed this dude. And lo and behold, it was this. Like, lo and behold, he trying to hide pills, if this is what happened, from the police when he probably could have just paid his own way out of this situation. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some other motherfuckers, some lower level entourage members might have had to take a couple months behind the wall.
And I believe they would have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. They blaming the shit on him after his death. If what's being said is true, they coming out saying, "Oh, the reason why he collapsed is because he swallowed a bunch of Percocets trying to hide them from y'all."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if these are some stand up niggas like that who ready to take some time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's neither here nor there. This nigga was the winner of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga was going to be insulated from that type of shit. Unless you want some Kodak Black type of fucking foolishness trying to do international crime, smuggling guns from Canada of all places to here. And you got a target on your back anyway like him because he's always in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Rape cases and all that. Juice WRLD didn't have a bunch of cases and shit. Like, he probably would have been got off on some first offender type shit unless he got some old charges from before he was famous that I don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And then
even then, I think that he could have paid, got a lesser sentence and got a pretty good lawyer and kind of got that, downgraded a little bit.
The police. Now let's not sit up here and give the police a bunch of fucking credit like they some fucking angels.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they could very well just be saying this in response to him being dead. But they said he was likely not even going to get charged for the weed. The 70 pounds of weed that was in the shit, he would likely not see any charges for that, according to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But then again, you gotta look at it from both sides when it comes to the fucking cops. Niggas might be just talking shit right now. They might. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I say hip hop is a blessing and a curse, right? Because without hip hop, he wouldn't even had the opportunity to have all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's completely true.
Without hip hop, do you think, bruh, because we getting into a macro discussion here. This ain't really just about Juice WRLD, right? Do you think Nipsey Hussle would have been murdered over calling a nigga a snitch if he wasn't as high profile a rapper as he was? You think the nigga would have been hurt that bad to come back and kill him if it wasn't Nipsey doing it?
I mean, probably not, because if a normal nigga would have just called him a snitch, like out there on the street,
right,
probably would have been a fist fight. Like you know, it would have been looked at more of like, who the fuck this nigga that called me a snitch. But that's since it was such a figure that if he felt like, oh, I can get a name off this nigga, right? Like that's how I think some of these niggas think. Like,
I don't even think he thought he could get a name. I don't even know if he thought he could get a name off of Nipsey. In this particular, I think he felt like this. I think he felt on some shit like, oh, Nipsey is saying it. Like, if it would have been a normal nigga calling him a snitch, he might have ignored him. Like, man, fuck you. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to go nowhere. Mm-hmm. Nipsey is saying it. Nipsey got a bunch of niggas behind him. Yeah. Nipsey is the famous Crip right now. Not fucking Blueface. Like, Nipsey is the famous Crip, right? Mm-hmm. Nipsey saying it is like whole weight. Like, oh shit, now I gotta act. I gotta either get the fuck out of here and not show my face no more, or I gotta do something to this nigga to let him know his fucking stature don't mean nothing to me. I think that's what he did. He came back and shot him to let him know, like, oh yeah, you fucking famous, but I don't care. Famous niggas can get touched too. Mm-hmm. That's what I think it was like when it came. That's what I think this Eric Holder nigga mentality was. Just like, even if we keep going back to recent losses, my nigga is XXX riding around with 50 grand in a bag in a BMW i8 looking like a robbery target if it's not for hip hop.
That is true. I mean, because niggas know him now. Like, they know his face. They know he driving. They know he got bread on him. He was a kind of a target.
But niggas is like, especially in his hometown, nigga, he was known for driving that fucking car, bro. That BMW, that i8 BMW. He was known for driving that car, bro. All it take is for a nigga to look at your Instagram, because that's part of hip hop now. Yep. If you want to stay connected, you gotta keep niggas' attention span on you and shit. Unless you one of these people who done transcended that to where when you put out something, your folks are there, and it's only like 2 niggas in the game that's like that right now. Mm-hmm. Which is like, or 3. It's only like Drake, Kendrick, and fucking J. Cole that's above social media. Even Kanye ain't. That's why he always kick up shit on social media when he about to do something. Mm-hmm. When he about to drop something, he always used to kick up shit. Now, I don't know if he's still in that space because he done kind of got his life together with his religion or whatever. And it seemed like he really means it. But yeah, before now, Kanye won't even above social media. Kanye won't even above antics. Really, all you get when Cole or Kendrick is about to drop something, or Drake, you get like a piece of music. Mm-hmm. When you know, oh, the Heart freestyle is when Kendrick is about to come out with an album in a minute.
Or J. Cole might release like a
little
Star, he might release like little bits and pieces. Like he might, but see, the last time J. Cole dropped the album, he dropped 2 songs that weren't even on the album.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he
You
just
get
started,
like
he just
like
released something.
those heart freestyles ain't on albums either.
Mhm.
But they just a signal that his album is coming like a week later after one of them come out. You know what I'm saying? Or Drake will drop like some promotional ass single, like like fucking pop style or something.
Mhm.
Some
Something
shit
that's gonna blow the fuck up.
like that shit won't even the focus. Like One Dance is what blew that album up, what blew views out of the water. But all of that is leading back to us saying like a rapper that was on XXX level, even though he was one of the most famous rappers, like a lot of his fucking, when he ain't releasing music, his Instagram is his way to reach out to his fucking fans to keep them niggas in the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not his diehards that's gonna be there for everything he doing, but the casual fan. Like they feel like they close to these rappers when these rappers put out their personal life on Instagram and Twitter and shit. And his Instagram was what let niggas know what the fuck he was doing and where he was at all day that day. That he got targeted, attempted, robbed, and killed. I don't even know if it was an attempted robbery, bruh. Like, some of them niggas might have been planning to try to rob him, but the trigger man just got out and shot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He didn't even... like, I don't even think that nigga said, give up the money, give up the bread, hands up, give me the fucking bag, get out the car, or nothing. It's like that nigga just got out and shot the car up.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, like, that's what happened. But without the cursed side of hip hop, bro, none of this shit would have happened. Like, he wouldn't have been in the position to be doing that.
I mean,
but the blessing side of it is shit. The way his life was going before hip hop came into it, he might have been the one to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm. But then it's like this though. Like the gifted. Let's even go back to drugs for a little bit, cause like you got the ability to get whatever you want, but some of these songs that the artists make, they make some of the best songs when they're on these drugs.
Yeah.
Like even like, all right. So I've been listening to a lot of Mac Miller lately, and he's another artist that's died from like an overdose.
Mac Miller and Lil Peep, bro. I don't even know if fucking hip hop would have saved, not being in hip hop would have saved them.
Mm-hmm.
To tell you the truth, like I don't know. Maybe Mac Miller and Lil Peep. I don't know their history. Like, put it that way. Maybe they might have came from broken poverty homes. Like,
I mean, but these niggas was depressed.
But I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about, when I'm talking about hip hop did it, I'm talking about the access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas like Juice WRLD, the money that he was making from rap is what made him able to get this amount of drugs that fuck him up. Like, I don't know if Mac Miller and Lil Peep, and man, maybe I'm just saying that just because they white, and I'm assuming that they might have come from a better background and shit, and they might have easily had access to the shit that killed them even without rap. Mm-hmm. Even without rap money, I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, like, did Mac Miller overdose, or did he commit suicide?
He overdosed.
Like, that's a different. I know if they commit suicide by overdosing, but I'm saying that was he just getting high, or did he try to kill? Did he take all them pills on purpose to die? Because I don't know.
I think because it says he was on fentanyl. It was an accidental
right, so he didn't
overdose.
Suicide. He wasn't trying to commit suicide. What about Lil Peep?
Lil Peep, I think his was accidental also.
All right, so
yep, accidental fentanyl and Xanax overdose.
So they was really, like you said, they was really just depressed, and they was trying to cope with it with the pills and shit, and they just took too much. But you could attribute that to hip hop too. Like, even if Mac Miller and Lil Peep had came from a somewhat normal childhood, they didn't have the fucking millions that they had after they started rapping. Right. You know what I'm saying? But this is going into it though. Like, it's all these fucking rappers that we lost, bruh. And we losing them, most of them, because of shit to do with rap.
Even dating back as far as Pimp C.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we have lost.
That's really what happened to him, bro. If that's really what happened to him, bro. Pimp C, they say he overdosed on lean, but his hip hop ties could have got him killed in another way, bro. It might, cause he was saying a bunch of shit when right before he died, that at the time, motherfuckers wasn't cool to be saying. He was threatening to expose people and shit. And next thing you know, a week later, a couple days later, he was dead. Like,
dang.
Like, maybe he died of a lean overdose, or maybe somebody orchestrated his death. That's just a conspiracy theory. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if it was indeed because of just an accidental lean overdose, you could attribute that to hip hop also. Like, it ain't even just like overdosing. It's like niggas getting murdered and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting murdered. What's my man's name? Bankroll Fresh.
Yep. Bankroll Fresh. Nipsey Hussle.
Just a
Jimmy Wapo. Like, it's just
Bankroll Fresh. He got killed by gunshots, but he shot at the person first. Right? So I can't sit up here and say, of course, I don't wish death on him, but I can't sit up here and blame the other guy for shooting back. Right? Like, I can't do that, in all fairness. But continue, bro.
I mean, I was just saying, like, it's just, I feel like rap as a whole has more deaths in anything, like just deaths in general, than like actors and actresses and all that. Like, I feel like more rappers and musicians die than like actresses and actors or athletes and stuff.
A lot of times with the actors and shit, it's all drug related. When it come to rap, it ain't always drug related. It's fucking some of them is drug related, and other shit is niggas murdering rappers, bro. Like G Money murdered, Young Greatness murdered, Dex Osama, he was murdered. The countless numbers of fucking Chicago rappers that get murdered. Lil JoJo, L.A. Capone, FBG Brick, all killed, bro. Like, even the fucking Chicago video man, Zach TV, got murdered, bro. Like,
or even going back to Soulja Slim,
Tupac and
Jam
Biggie,
Master J, Big L.
Yep.
Like, rappers who have just gotten killed trying to rap. But I think it mostly counts into the fact of like where these rappers are from and where they come from. Because you got rappers who really grow up in like the worst parts, and then they get big and they get all this money and they get this and they get that, and then you got people who see that and then they want to hurt them. You feel me?
Yeah, them niggas, because niggas don't be wanting to be like. We can continue down that path of hip hop. That hip hop shit. Another big part of it, at least for most of the time that hip hop has been out, since hardcore hip hop has been out anyway. Another big part of it is not being seen as no pussy. Right? And the number one thing that niggas will call you if you blow up and leave your hometown and never come back is a pussy.
I mean, but you got to think about it. Most of these rappers that died have died in their hometown. So would you rather die at the hands of somebody who's jealous of you or be called a pussy?
That's what we say because we don't think like that. But a lot of them think like you will hear them say, can't nobody tell me I ain't welcome in my town. Or they'll say, oh, what? I'm the king of Memphis. I'm the king of this. I'm the king of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king of whatever town I'm from. I'm the king of Chicago.
I mean, because honestly, if I blow up to fucking day right now, if I blow up, you can keep your status as king of fucking Raleigh. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have this shit and I'm going to be somewhere over there. Because it's just a simple fact, like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to take the people I love with me, and I'm going to make sure they straight, but it's just such a big-ass trend of niggas dying where they're from.
Right.
And it's making it to the point where it's like, nigga, am I even loved in my hometown? Like, is niggas really even, like...
When it come to us, and when it come down to, like, hip-hop artists... Yeah, you loved in your hometown. Even if your music is moving and you making some rap money in your town, bro. Mm-hmm. You love there until your ass get that big ass $10 million contract. And then all the niggas who wish that was them hate your ass now.
That's what I'm saying. And you can't even like look out for niggas so much, because then they gonna feel like you become a crutch at that point. Mm-hmm. So like if you got a big ass entourage of like 100 niggas and you paying all these niggas off, as soon as the bread get iffy, them niggas be ready to kill you.
Right, you don't even gotta, niggas ain't gotta look no further than Tekashi 6ix9ine for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga was hemmed the fuck up by his own homies.
Yeah.
Or so-called homies. Hemmed up and kidnapped and beat the fuck up, bro. Threatened to be killed and robbed and all that shit.
But it's just like rap right now. It's just fucked up as a whole.
Right.
It's just, you got, just think about it over these last few years, bro. You got so many deaths. You got killings. You got overdoses. You got niggas snitching. It's just so much going on, and it's like, damn. Like, this shit is a curse.
I just don't, but that's, getting back to the most recent loss that we had, I just don't understand what the fuck Juice WRLD was doing.
I mean, I don't understand it either. But see, then again, we're not in his shoes.
Yeah.
That's another, like, that's why I can't really, like, I can't say but so much on that situation, because it's like, I don't know what was going on through his head. I don't know if he was like, damn, they gonna get me, they gonna, like, because when you get in those situations and you know what's about to happen and you know something just don't feel right, you start acting frantically.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows? He might have just knew he was going down, and he wanted to fucking, I hate to say it, but take himself out before they got him.
I don't think that was it.
You don't think that was? Because, I mean, I just don't know what to think.
I don't think he was trying to kill himself. I think he was just trying to hide the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
But if he takes so many of them Percocets, you know it's going to be a bad end result out of that.
But I don't know, though, bro. Because, like, he might have took an amount that he normally takes.
Yeah.
And when I seen niggas popping Percocets, I see them popping like 7, 8, 9, 10 of them shits at a time.
Damn.
He be popping, like, he might have just been popping a regular amount, and this might have been, his body just might have had a bad reaction to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was trying to take himself out. I think he was just trying to hide, like, he couldn't hide 70 pounds of weed.
But he could hide a few
He could hide a few pills, bro. Like, I think he was like, fuck it. I can't hide the weed. I can't hide the guns. Let me at least get rid of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But I still think it's
because he was walking through the fucking airport carrying on normally and just collapsed into a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he was trying to kill himself.
But then again, bro, that's where the niggas on your team come in. I know he had somebody on his team that he could have been like, bro, take this and you take this charge. We gonna make sure you straight. And when you get out, we gonna make sure you good. We gonna make sure your family's straight. We gonna make sure everything is taken care of. We gonna get you a lawyer, and you gonna be out. You gonna be out soon.
Listen to what we saying though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear that? You hear what we just said? I know that shit exists in other forms of rich nigga circles.
Yeah.
But in hip hop, almost every entourage needs a fucking fall guy because of the stupid shit that rappers and hip hop artists typically get up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of what we talking about. That's part of what we talking about. Why the fuck is you even in this shit? Like,
I get it. You smoke, right? But 70 pounds of marijuana? I mean, maybe I'm not in the rap game, and nor am I rich yet. So I don't know what dumb shit I would be doing myself if I was to get in the rap game and get rich. So I can't really blame him for anything he did. I'm looking at it from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
I might get rich tomorrow and fucking later on down the line, I might say I might need to fucking smuggle something into, cause I don't know what these rich niggas do. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. I'm looking at this from what TMZ is telling me and from what I'm reading on fucking Google.
Right.
I don't know what this man was doing. All I know what they telling me. He had guns. He popped some perks, which we don't even. I don't know what he did. He might have popped them.
And that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
I ain't seen no autopsy, so I don't know if he really popped perks. I don't know if the weed might not even have been his. So like, you really don't know what's going on. You just got a bunch of niggas who blaming a nigga who can't even defend himself.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, if that damn autopsy come back with them pills in his system, it ain't really much you can say about that after that.
That's what I'm saying.
If that shit, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, if that's what happened. Not definitively saying that all the shit that they said is true, but if that shit really happened, man, what the fuck? Like,
because honestly, if I can tell you the truth, if I'm blowing up and I got music that's on the top billboards at #1, and I'm getting to that level where I got a big ass fan base and I can damn near put out anything, and I'm willing, like, my music gonna sell basically. I'm not doing no dumb shit.
I ain't either.
I'm about to sit back, collect my money, and just have fun. And I mean, maybe I don't know what he was going through, and I don't know if he was really battling with depression, but it's like,
I mean, his music sounded like he was.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like, damn, like, you was really like, I don't know what drove him to really think that he had to do this shit. This is
what I think though. Like, what you mean? What drove him for him to be like on the drugs?
Even so much as, like, I mean, smuggling that much and being on the drugs and stuff like that. And that even falls back into just the easy access of it all.
Like, I'm starting to, I started to realize over time that if motherfuckers is fucked up in the head before they get into rap, getting rich don't help them.
Yeah.
Getting
then
rich,
it just give you access to
they still be in a space where the money didn't make their ass fucking happy, nigga. Like, money would make me happy because in my other aspects of life, I'm good. Nigga, all I need is the money. All I need is to not worry about money. Not to say I don't really worry about it now. But if I could wake up one day and say, nigga, I don't ever have to go back to the job. I got millions in the bank. I'm good. Like, all I gotta do is pay for shit. Like, and I'm good. Like, I'm good, like, but when it come down to the situation surrounding him, bro, I can't speak to why he was on the drugs, bro. I just don't think that he should have took drastic measures to try to hide that fucking bullshit, if that's what he did, when he is rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could fight this shit down to community service, bro,
Really?
with his money. Like, he rich. He getting so much money. He spoke about how much money he was getting, bro. He spoke about it after Sting came after his royalties for Lucid Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Said, I don't give a fuck. Let him have it. I'm making so much money off of touring with that fucking song, bro. I'm making so much money off of other songs that this song drew people in, and now they listening to my other music. So if he want to take that small piece of the pie from that small piece of my catalog, he can have it. Because that money, that song is making me money beyond the royalties that I will get off of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he himself said he was getting money. He was getting enough money to beat the little shit they was gonna throw at him for this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what you said earlier is what happened, bro. He went into a panic.
Mm-hmm.
He just panicked.
Just started really like, they gonna get me.
I think he went frantic and just tried to
And
hide
I mean,
the drugs.
his friends really ain't shit. Cause I believe his friends could have told him the same thing we was just talking about.
Them niggas might have been ignorant to it too, though.
I don't know.
These niggas is 20.
Yeah,
Right,
that is true.
This nigga just turned 21 like three
Like,
days
3 days
before
before
he
it
died,
happened.
bro.
His birthday was the 5th.
We talking about these niggas. We gotta realize these niggas just became grown fucking men. So that might be a whole nother aspect to it.
But I mean, in all, it's just this rap shit is like a gift and a curse. And to anybody who is wanting the rap fame, I would honestly just say make sure you ready for what you about to encounter. Cause this shit, even me looking at it from the outside in, this shit ain't even all peaches and cream.
I don't think it's no way to be ready for it. I don't think it's no way for you to be ready for your life to go from you being a regular person who can just walk down the street to a nigga who can't even go somewhere without a bunch of people mobbing them, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Who you gotta walk around with 40 motherfuckers all the time so you don't get bothered. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's no way to get ready for that part of it. I guess you just gotta ready yourself to handle that part of it.
I mean, unless you like J. Cole, where you can just walk around fucking Raleigh and just...
That's different though, man. J. Cole is a different type of dude, bro. He ain't really his image ain't glamorous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? His image ain't. Of course, he famous and people know that he got probably about $60 million or $70 million just chilling somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But his image is not flashy, right?
That is true.
And not to say that Juice WRLD's was. I ain't really talking about him when I'm talking about it ain't no way to get ready for it. I'm just talking about in general. But like a low tier motherfucker like Blueface, who's known for rocking jewels besides known for being shitty at rapping. Like him, he would get mobbed by people if he was just walking around by himself. Because he put forth the image that he is more big fucking time than he is. Like he got all type of bandana chains and all type of shit. And his image is glamorous. He would get mobbed by people, mobbed by females. He would have 100 fucking people flock to him instantly wherever he stepped at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, for that type of shit, like the typical, because J. Cole and Kendrick and niggas like that, them niggas is the exception to this type of shit. Even Drake, like Drake will get mobbed.
Yeah.
Bruh, like,
but see, Drake gonna have niggas around him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't no way to get ready to have to move with a whole gang of motherfuckers everywhere you go so you don't get fucking swarmed, my nigga. Like, I don't think there's no way to get ready for that. But like, you gotta get ready. You can't get ready for it. You just gotta get your mind in the space that your life is about to change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you see your shit changing, because you see it happen in real time. When you see that one song blow up and you know, oh, fuck, everybody around the world is about to know this and they gonna know it's me who made it.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta have your shit ready on the fly and be prepared that your life is different now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's the thing. I don't think Juice WRLD realized that his life is different now, to the extent that, oh yeah, I might get into a little trouble over this, but this is just a little pussy ass drug charge.
Yeah.
Like, I can easily say I ain't know the guns was in here. The guns won't mind, but it's a pussy ass drug charge. I don't gotta hide this shit. I got money. I can pay my way out of this.
Yeah, you can get a damn lawyer and the whole fucking problem just be done after that.
Yeah, you pay one of them motherfuckers enough money, they'll evaporate shit.
Fucking get you some community service, have to do a charity
They
event.
might not have got him shit. They might have got him out of there with no charges.
Exactly.
I don't think he thought about that, if what they saying about him is true. But that's basically all I gotta say about it, man. You got anything else to say about it?
I don't. But I mean, just like I said earlier, this rap shit, this shit is a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want anybody who plans on going into rap to fucking see that. You feel me?
Right.
So, I mean, the shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see how many like rappers die on the daily just from like this music shit.
Right.
The shit is just sad. I don't like it. Make like I used to even want to be like a rapper or something, but it make me not even want to fuck with it, cause I'm just like, damn, I see niggas just dying from this shit.
Am I like in this in a situation like yours? You would be more worried about probably if you were like a fucking target or something.
Yeah.
Other than like, I don't think you would be worried about you overdosing yourself on drugs.
But even then, like, I gotta fucking watch my back in my own city, cause niggas might be.
Fuck this city, I'm gone.
Yeah,
I mean, moving somewhere don't nobody know me personally.
No cap. Moving to fucking Wyoming. Who the fuck listens to rap in Wyoming?
Shit, this niggas out there, it's probably some drill rappers in Wyoming talking about they got the pole.
Niggas probably do got the poles in Wyoming.
Some motherfucking muskets.
Blowing more smoke than a musket.
Niggas like got the long barrel 22 rifle that you hunt deer with, nigga, that'll pop your shit. The type of shit that white middle-aged husbands be shooting their wives with.
I'm weak. But with that being said,
rest in peace to the Juice WRLD.
Rest
and
in
shit.
peace to Juice WRLD.
Can't say nothing else about it. And ain't nothing we gonna say gonna bring him back.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, shit. But let's get into some independent artists.
We got it.
First, we got Surf featuring Vern
by Noose Music.
Produced by Noose Music.
Yeah,
it's by Noose Music.
Yeah, it's his song. He produced it too.
Alright, but let's get into this one.
This Vern Senior. Nigga, you said Vern, sir.
I'm tweaking.
All this time I'm getting, got these hating niggas nervous. Every time I take a step, it looks just like I'm surfing. Wavy young nigga walking water like I'm perfect. Call me young Jesus breaking bread, then I serve it. Nigga breaking bad like that nigga Walter White. Pull up in that jag and them times Walter White. Old school, cool, drop the roof, what a sight. Boy, you ride to work on the motherfucking bike. I just got a check, might just spend that on the bench. You just got a check, gotta spend that on your kids. Should've got a pregnant nigga, look at what you did. Your lady spending way more time with me than her kids. Don't really maze how a nigga hit the scene. That's your girl amaze, you ain't never been as clean. Way back in the day, they was sleeping on a king. Now they all want motherfucker, bitch your nigga please. Call me young fur, how a nigga put in work. 45 birds, all them bitches do a shirt. Do a shot away, shorty ass, got a current, got a turf. Boy, Eddie in the pussy, I'm just surfing.
Let's get into this talk. Bruh. When it comes to this new age music, right? This new rap. When a nigga start to join off with the hey, okay. It's like it's like that shit is revving me up to get into the flow of the song, right? Mm-hmm. So I got into this joint. I kind of had to I can't even lie, I kind of had to do a double take when he said, call him young Jesus. He break bread and he serve it. I was like, nigga. But the shit was tight, but I had to be like, Lord forgive me. I had to be like, look, Lord forgive me. But that shit was tight. Like, I also like on this joint when they get down to the hook, right? And those layered vocals and shit.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of layered vocals. I'm like a big fan of this song because I like the concept. I like the cover art. You know, I'm a cover artist.
Like some old
nigga.
Beach Boys looking shit from
with the
60s.
Mustang and shit. So I was interested when I seen the $sign spelling surf and then the cover art. I mean, it's a good ass song. It's got rhythm. You can dance to it and shit. It's a great song.
Hell yeah,
I love the way it sounds.
My favorite fucking bar. My favorite fucking bar, man, is the Jesus bar. I can't even.
I'm weak.
He said he walk on water like he perfect. Call me young Jesus. I bake bread, then I serve it. Like, that's my favorite bar. Even though, you know, I don't know if Jesus would approve. Hopefully he does. Like, hopefully Jesus likes the song too, because it's a good song. He might have blessed the young man with the inspiration to write it. You feel me?
You might.
We got something else playing.
Yeah. Know what the fuck that was.
Maybe we'll talk about that song next week.
Probably not.
but when it comes to that surf joint, when you get down to even the second verse, bruh, he was spitting some shit. He was like, yo, girl is a thespian. She just acting like she like you, my nigga. It's like, a nigga said your chick is a fucking thespian. For niggas who don't know, a thespian is like a serious actor. Like that Daniel Day-Lewis and shit is a thespian. Like fucking Tom Cruise, that nigga is an action star. What's my man's name from Fast and the Furious? Vin Diesel. He's a fucking milk dud head ass motherfucker who can't act, but he got a deep voice, so they keep putting him in shit.
That nigga say he got a deep voice, but can't
paid
act.
that nigga to say I am Groot like 30,000 times in Guardians of the Galaxy. But Daniel Day-Lewis or fucking William H. Macy and what's my nigga name? what's my nigga name? What's Cyrus the Virus name from Con Air? John Malkovich. Those niggas is thespians. Mm-hmm. Those is what you would call a thespian. He said that the chick is acting that hard to fuck with you when she really want me. That's what he said. Anyway, that was Surf by Noose Music featuring Vern Sr. Produced by Noose also. Shit was fucking hard, man. We getting into this next joint called Band Talk. It's by DJ Lena Bandz. I think she's like the host and shit. This is featuring Josi Green. I'm pretty sure that's the person rapping on it.
Yep.
Produced by Bizzle. This shit go hard. Let's get into it. Turn that joint up. No ads.
If I hit the bitch, she a 10. And bet I can hit it again. Fuck it, might get her Lena to spin. Ayy, all of these niggas. Oh, baby, it's DJ Lena Bandz, the hottest DJ in Chicago. Ayy, I like a bitch with no manners. She going hard for them cameras. Tell her you love her, I fuck her, she lucky to get her some Taco Cabana. Might take a trip to Atlanta, buy out the section for dancers. Coolin' with sinners and blammers and trappers and rappers and strippers and scammers. This is the life that I live. I pray the Lord gon' forgive. My niggas medicate me, I premeditate. I ain't complete with my sins. Youngest the merch on the fin. If I hit the bitch, she a 10. And bet I can hit it again. Fuck it, might get her Lena to spin. Ayy, all of these niggas pretend. Never gon' fall, but these bitches gon' bend. Swear they be thirsty to slurp me, no liquor. That shots to the chin, cause they know we gon' win, huh? I'm never missing the loss. Stay sending shots, but I feel like I'm done. Boy, these niggas so soft. And yo, bitch, I'm a toss. And I toss to my homie, he caught it like moss. I'm from the go, shorty, fuck what you thought. So can't be bought, but my time gotta cost. I'm designed in Lacoste, got them diamonds on Voss. Heard that you and your bad bitch, I'm more on my vault. Grind like a boss, shine to the fall. Man, be the tone, lead.
Turn that joint down. I'm gonna get
this is my shit because I was into this song when he started rapping and they fucking cut it.
When they put the slice on the front.
Bro, if you do that in this song, you already sold me on liking your shit. So.
Right. I'm gonna get straight into my favorite fucking bar from the song, bro. Mm-hmm. When he said his soul can't be bought, but his time ain't for free. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my shit. I'm from the go. You in your bag, but I'm more in my vault. Nigga, it's like, man, fuck all that. Nigga, you got a bag? I got a fucking fortress full of shit. You can't even see me with a little bag, my nigga. Take your little suitcase on. And when it come down to the fucking beat, my nigga, like...
That beat is crazy.
That beat is crazy. I can't even lie, though. Let me tell you what it remind me of.
What?
With that saxophone, nigga.
What?
Like, when you watching, like, back in the 90s when I was a little fucking kid, nigga. When I was a real little nigga. And you watch HBO after, like, 10 o'clock. Nigga, when you heard that saxophone come across the movie, you knew some fucking was about to happen.
I knew exactly where you was going with that one.
When you heard that horn blow, somebody was doing some stomach fucking.
That's
what they was doing.
All you hear is women moans and shit.
Yeah, you see a nigga up there grinding his belly against the coochie, bro.
Pumping hard. Just...
nigga was doing the fakest fucking you ever seen in the movies, bro. Oh, nigga rubbing his motherfucking belly button on the pussy. Oh, man, I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my shit talking all this shit. But yeah, man, that beat. As soon as I heard the fucking beat, when I heard the slice. When they had the slice at the beginning and the DJ, she cut it out and brought it back to the beginning. As soon as I heard the beat, I knew that I was sold on this joint. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't understand that when we looking for new independent artists to talk about, we go through hundreds of tracks.
Hundreds
just
of
to find
tracks,
like two,
bro.
And this joint really out of hundreds, out of me listening to music for 5-6 straight hours. It's
been days where I literally sat at work and just listened to SoundCloud for like literally my whole shift, which is 8 hours.
Right.
Just listening.
This joint, when I heard that fucking saxophone on that beat and then how laid back it was, this joint hopped out at me immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been listening to music for like 6 motherfucking hours, bro, to find these tracks. This joint fucking thump, my nigga. That shit is relaxed and laid back, but it's still hype at the same time with the flow. And that's all I really got to say about this track, man. This shit is fucking a banger. DJ Lena Bandz featuring Josi Green and produced by Bizzle. Band Talk. Let's get into the last joint.
Last track.
What's
Wrld
this?
Martian.
Ride Part 2. Turn that shit up, man.
Fire from this roach burning my fingertips. Driving coast to coast until my engine give. Tired from the road I chose to venture in. But the ride is 24, it ain't no reason not to slow up. Cruise around on your high, life ain't really on one. Don't worry about the next trial, shit lately I've been doped up. I've been kinda broke down, I ain't proud of what's done, but I can't stop the past now. So baby girl, to hold up, shit we ain't spoken a while. I know I've been trouble, but mama I can't get you out. Don't like to get your hopes up, cause they all get let down. I don't know what's next up, but I just hope you around for it. Fire from this roast burning my fingertips. I need silence in the morning, that's that sweetest bliss. Afterwards, I just can't get no peace and shit. So I just take this ride to free my conscience, yeah. And I've been gone a while. Things been changing, people, places, faces I'm around. River dirty, I still need some time to get right. Hopefully by the end of this ride we'll be alright. Fire from this roach burning my fingertips. Driving coast to coast until my engine give. Tired from the road I chose to venture in. But the ride is 24, it ain't no reason not to slow up. Cruise around on your high.
Let's turn this joint down.
This is literally probably one of the smoothest tracks I done heard.
Right.
This shit is just a fucking smooth ass track, bro. With the sample from Pick It Up by Famous Dex.
Sample ain't from Pick It Up.
I mean, it's not from Pick It Up, but it's the same
Famous
sample.
Dex can get the fuck out of here with this shit. I like Pick It Up, but come on. We all know which fucking track is better. Man.
Exactly.
Man, it's funny. I mean, I don't know the name of the sample, but I know it ain't. Let's not credit this nigga with the shit. Like, come on, man.
Oh, weak.
But this track, you know why this track resonate with me outside of how it sounds, bro?
Why?
Because the exact shit that he's talking about, I do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. I ain't even lying. When it's something on my fucking mind that I need to clear my head, I get in the car and I ride to nowhere just to do it. I'll ride around I done rode around just driving around town in the middle of the night for like an hour or two, just trying to get my shit together. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the premise of this song is. That's what the premise of it is. So that resonated with me already outside of the content and the sound of the song being dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The shit fire on top of that. Like the way that the melody is, the way how the sample is kind of muted in the back. The sample is kind of distorted to where it sounds like when the Nothing's Gonna Stop Me plays, sounds like a pillow is over the speaker when that part is coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I like that type of shit. That when you throw that type of effect on it, when they engineered it, when they threw that effect on it to kind of to make it more subdued. You know what I'm saying? So those bright ass vocals wasn't coming across on a laid back mellow type track or whatever. But this shit is absolute heat, my nigga. Absolute heat, down to him, you know, acknowledging his flaws to the girl that he's talking to, saying that even though I let you down all the time, I hope that you around for what's coming next for me. This shit is just fire, my nigga. I ain't even got nothing else to say about it except go listen to it.
Yeah, you gotta listen to a track like this. A track like this is just a different breed. Like, you don't get too many tracks like this that's just smooth all the way through with good beats, good lyrics, and everything. And the actual, like, what am I looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Like, actual substance to the music.
Right.
So, this shit is great.
Ride 2 by Martian. It's fire. Anything else you gotta say today, man? Because I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done, too.
Lost my motherfucking voice.
Yeah, I ain't really got much to say.
We good, man. Again, rest in peace to Juice Wrld, man. I hope at least that if what they're saying is true about what happened to him, that other fucking artists and other people in general can just learn from it. That's all I gotta say, man. We out.
We out.